Hello guys, welcome back to Sport Muftivation channel. Now we're going to talk with my friend here, Miguel Puentes Diaz.
Hello, I'm Miguel from Colombia.
Yes, this is my friend from Colombia, from South America. Do you know James Rodriguez? Yeah, he's from Colombia. All right, so Miguel, how are you today?
I feel good. The weather is quite hot,
Yeah.
but it's okay for me.
It's okay for you.
Yeah, it's okay. In my country, actually, it's a bit colder
Yeah,
than here, but as you know, you have to go deeply in the experience then. I've been doing deeply.
even during summer, it's like colder than this.
Yes. My country is about my city. It's
Uh,
about 20 grades
okay.
maximum, but if you go close to the beach, it's about 30, like here. But
Alright.
for me, capital city person, it's hot.
It happens many times. In my country, I was like, oh my god, this temperature is like my winter because it's like colder.
You are chilling here.
Yes, it is nice. So, Miguel, thank you for coming.
No, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah. Kamsahamnida. Gracias.
And you,
So, Miguel, we're gonna talking about yeah, of course, like sport and your experience in sport. We talk many things, but before that, can you tell us about how you grow up, like your background, how you growing up since your kids and then until now, briefly.
okay, about sports, I started when I was young.
Okay.
I mean, when I was kid, about 6 years, I started to
Wow.
read all the books about the World Cups.
Wow.
Then I start to realize about who is Pelé,
Okay.
who is Maradona, everything about the soccer history. Then I found I fall in love with football.
Okay.
We can call in my country football, but soccer is for me it's the same. I don't have difference in that. Then after that, too many years ago, I decided to study journalism.
Okay.
But my main goal was to work in sport field.
All right.
Then in 11 years ago, I started to work with the Colombian National Football Federation,
Okay.
connected with the agency. I was the social media manager. We opened the social media channel for the Colombian National Football Federation. We start with the Twitter.
All right.
It happened in March of 2013.
2013.
Yeah, 11 years ago. Then from that point, I start to work with sport athletes,
Okay.
yeah, mainly social media. After that, I start to figure out or to finding I like sport journalism, but I want to go more far than that.
All right.
And sport business, sport administration
Yes.
was the next step. Then I start to check it on FIFA
All right.
with some diplomas. Yeah, that is the reason because I'm here. Then I am follow Santa Fe is my main team in Colombia. Then go to Instagram and follow Santa Fe.
Yes, don't forget. And then so it's quite interesting because you start with the read like anything like the book or magazine about football because like people usually they involve in sport, they start to play, they play football, soccer, and then you emphasize that you read the books about Pele Maradona. Why was it happen,
Okay, I think I was in the at home of my grandfather.
Okay.
I've been always out of curiosity, try to find to read if I see this. Okay, I will go there and just to check, and I found a big library.
All right.
Then I start to check football. Okay, then I just take and start to read. Pelé, Maradona, Uruguay, Argentina. I mean, all the countries I heard close to to Colombia. I start to figure out, these countries are really strong. Then I start to follow Brazil.
Okay, bro.
But 1 year before that, I remember my first game. I watched a game. It was Colombia against Argentina. We defeat 5-0 Argentina in Buenos Aires.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
amazing.
With this game, we qualified to the FIFA World Cup in USA,
Okay.
94. Then I was just realizing or wondering why the people is just jumping, screaming a lot. Why? What happened?
Yeah.
what is the meaning of the score. Then after that I start to read, and I found, okay, that result was really important for my country.
Okay.
Then for Argentina was like a big defeat,
Mm.
and nowadays it's keeping like that. Like yes, they are ashamed about the like 5-0. But yeah, from that point I start to, okay, after I read that,
Yep.
I start to watch
All right.
on TV the resume of the all the FIFA World Cups. Then I start to realize, oh, Italy is really strong as well. Roberto Baggio.
Oh.
I remember Maldini, uh, the scorer of Italy in Spain, 1982.
Wow. You really remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I remember that guy. I remember the final against Germany. Italy
Yes.
was one of the best, and I remember one of the best goals I've seen in all my life was Brazil against Argentina in that World Cup. A guy from Brazil kicked the ball with 3 fingers
All
like
right.
this, and it was what? And at that moment, for me, nowadays,
Yeah.
for me, the football from 90s, 80s is better
It's
than
better.
now.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes, because it's at that moment was more about technique,
Okay.
the quality of player. Nowadays is more physical
Okay.
sometimes than yes. And for me, Maradona, Cruyff, Pele, Valderrama, what other player? Beckenbauer,
Oh, we can. Okay.
Klinsmann, Lothar Matthäus.
Yep.
That player were amazing. Francescoli,
All
number
right.
10 of Uruguay, was amazing.
So since the beginnings in your childhood, you are really into football, right?
Yes.
So is it because your family, because they always watching the football, or it's like your internal motivation? You really like football.
Internal motivation.
Oh wow.
Okay, my father, he followed football.
Okay.
Actually, he supported the opposite team in my city. And we fight every time we play. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I just was, because yeah, something called to me goes for sport,
Yep.
for football. Because after football, I start to watch NBA because of Jordan,
Oh,
because
right.
Bulls.
Yeah, that era, yeah.
Yeah, then I start. Why the people is following Jordan? What's happening with the NBA? And then I start to watch, and I remember 1996, 97, 98. I remember exactly one final. Okay, they played 2 finals, but the final is Stockton against Utah Jazz
The Jazz, yeah.
against
Bulls.
Jordan.
Yes.
It was, this guy Stockton is amazing. He's not tall, but he's so
Really-
smart.
Yep.
Then at that moment, I just think, oh, if you play in the NBA, you don't need to be so tall. You need to be smart.
Yep.
Yeah. At that moment, I started to follow NBA.
Okay.
And the same year, one guy from Colombia went to Major Leagues Baseball
Okay.
in
MLB.
USA. Then I started to play baseball. Just 1 year.
All right.
But I mean, with this kind of experience attract me
Okay.
to the sports. But after that, almost football is the main sport for me. But too many years later, I went to New Zealand.
All right.
I lived there 8 months, and I've been connected with rugby.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah. Then every history about sport is connected with, is related,
Okay.
attacked,
All right.
with some history.
And then you kind of person that you open with like various of sport, right? Not only football.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I have to be honest. When I've been in New Zealand, I experienced cricket. Okay, I don't like cricket. Maybe I need to watch another maybe big game.
Yes.
Because for me it was really tough.
Oh.
It was about 3 hours and just was half of the game.
Yep.
And for me it was okay. This is cricket. Okay, let's continue with rugby. But I know so many people here in Asia love rugby.
Yep.
Cricket.
Yes.
Then yes, I have to give the chance to
All
go to other games.
Yes. And the same thing. Typical people, they love like different sport, and this is normal, right? Like they interest in football, they interest in baseball, whatever. So it's good.
Exactly.
So at least you experience
Exactly.
sport.
Yeah. Then because in my country, rugby is nowadays is growing up,
Yeah.
but no cricket, no cricket.
Okay.
As in New Zealand, no football.
Oh yeah.
If you wanna watch games of football in New Zealand, you need to go to Auckland.
Oh, Clan. Okay.
Auckland.
Yep.
If you go to the other cities, mainly it's rugby and cricket.
All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's opposite. Yeah, it's interesting actually. It's opposite,
Yeah.
totally opposite. If you go to South America, some countries have rugby, but the main sport is maybe soccer, football, and in my city, cycling.
Oh yeah, I know.
Cycling, but no cricket. I think is one of the last sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because badminton is not because it's not common. We don't have facilities.
Yes.
About we have facilities for baseball, but
Yep.
for cricket or badminton we don't have facilities.
All right. Yes,
Yeah.
agree. It depends on the like area, culture, countries, and then yeah, by themselves. So it's interesting because you are the journalist, right? So actually, it's like your talent of journalism is start with your when you were kids. So it's interesting. So can you tell us the story? Like how come you start with as the journalist?
Okay. First, okay, just reading books.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was like out of curiosity to find information,
All right.
like the journalists
Yep.
used to do. Then, when I was about to finish my high school,
Okay.
I was thinking, okay, I wanna be journalist. I love sports. I wanna to show the people what means sports.
Mhm.
Then that was the reason because I started to study journalism. But always my goal was sport. Always.
Oh,
Because you can start study journalism.
Yep.
And you can follow politics,
okay.
economics, yeah,
Mhm.
any kind of fields on journalism. But my main goal always was sport.
All right.
Then from that point, I start to went to the stadium, covered some games.
Yep.
I start to understand how it's working
Okay.
because it's different information you receive at the university
Mhm.
against real life. It's totally different because when you arrive to business, so they don't ask, please write in 5 sentences
Oh yeah.
what happened in the game. No, please, I need the news about this game now.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Then okay, I need the chronic
Yep.
of the game in 20 minutes, please.
Yes.
And at this, yeah, something like that. And then okay, it's totally different. But from that point, I start the university. The education have so many gaps
All
in the
right.
way to connect with the real life.
Okay.
Yes, but okay. After I start with the journalist, I remember actually
Okay.
1 week ago with the Euro Cup.
All right.
Euro.
Oh yeah, you're
I was realizing in 2004,
okay.
I wrote an article about the Euro in that year in my university. It was just 20 years later.
Wow.
It's another Euro Cup. I was, oh my God, it's totally, I mean, from that point, 20 years connected
Ew,
with
wow,
sports.
amazing.
Yeah. Because I remember I wrote this because when I entered to the university, I applied to write with a newspaper.
Okay.
Then I remember I wrote about Italy, the favorites at that moment, and I think that year, that year Greece won
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
title.
yeah,
It was the big
yes.
Euro Cup. Then 20 years later, I was, oh my God. I was, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But then 20 years of no experience. I have experienced more than 11 years,
Okay.
but about connected with football is
Wow.
25, too many years.
It's been a long journey,
time.
right?
Yeah, long journey. And that is the reason because I say the football from 19th, 18th, even 2000 is better than the football nowadays.
Okay.
Of course, nowadays we have so talented players.
Yeah.
but at that moment they were talented, smart. As you see, it's happening now in Brazil.
Okay.
Brazil always, every 5 or 6 years,
Yep.
appear a big star,
Yes.
like Robinho or Kaká,
Mm-mm.
Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo. Nowadays, Neymar is the last one, but
Ah,
nowadays
yeah,
it's a big gap. Vinicius Junior and this guy Rodrigo, they are good players. Good,
good.
not. I mean, it's not talented. It's more than talented.
Okay.
I mean, when your team is losing or facing some issues,
Yep.
this guy takes off the team and they put in the back and
yeah.
let's go to win.
Yeah.
That happened with Maradona, Pele,
Yes.
Valderrama, too many players. Nowadays we have one similar, James Rodriguez.
Mhm.
Nowadays, like this player.
Yeah.
My team is not playing well, but
You
let's
can carry
go.
it good. Yeah.
Then yeah, that for me is like that.
Oh, I think as a journalist, because like the difference with the larger people, like people watch the game, people enjoy the game. But as a journalist, you not only watch the game, but you need to like analyze. That's why you really take care of the players, of the way they play and everything. So you have like another perspective. Yeah.
Exactly. And the career, okay, you are a supporter.
Okay.
I will give the example with my team.
Yes.
Too many years, okay, 20 years ago, my team, if they got one goal in the last minute,
All
I
right.
was, why? Nowadays, if my team, okay, the rival team score in the last minute, I would say, okay, what happened? We did the defender, the back, maybe the mindset, the
Yeah.
mentality of the team is not strong. The manager made some bad changes.
Yep.
Yeah, you analyze from that point,
Yes.
and okay, but you can lose a lot of patience.
Okay.
Because I remember when I was working with the Colombian national team,
Oh.
all the people, goal. I was just thinking, who scored the goal? I need to
right.
tweet who scored the
All
goal.
right.
Okay, it's goal, but for me was more objective.
Yep.
I would say,
Yep.
more to the point, more clear.
Yes.
For me, the emotions at that moment, stay calm. Then, when you are into the sport journalist,
Mhm.
you lose a little bit of patience,
Okay.
but you get a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
And it's like a balance.
Oh, interesting. So, as long as you involved as in journalism, especially in sport journalism, so do you find like any challenges or obstacles?
I would say my obstacle or challenge in my country is the same in too many countries.
Okay.
It's about networking.
Oh.
If you are not into the networking, the people will not get interest or we don't call you.
Okay.
For example, a big federation,
Okay.
they bring some people that you have never know,
Yeah.
you have never listened on the field of the sport journalism.
Okay.
Why these people arrive there? Because they are friend of my mother, of my sister.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Then for me is the big gap.
Okay.
In my country, I would say some other countries. Then this is the main gap in sport journalism. Networking. I mean, you can be so talented, but if you don't have someone in there,
Yes.
they will just choose other person because it's your friend.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. And about development, my country nowadays they are trying to develop some projects more in physical education.
Okay.
In sports, yes, but more in physical education.
Yep.
They are trying to maybe to switch a little bit from football to cycling.
Yep.
To support more cycling because our sport cyclers are more talented than football.
Oh yeah.
To be honest.
Yes.
But they don't receive many support.
All right.
Then nowadays, about sport development, they are trying to support more this kind of no traditional sports. The traditional sport is football.
Okay.
They are trying to support other sports when we have so talented, strong players, like the Olympics. You will see in the Olympics. Not Paralympics is more strong than Olympics nowadays. Then yes, they are trying to attract more talented players from many regions in Colombia.
Well, I do agree because as the journalist, you need to collect as much as like you can get the information, right? And then it's require access. It means you require the networking that where you have to go, you know, the people, the person. That's why I think it's like very matters for the journalist, the networking that you said.
Exactly. Is your database.
Yeah. All right. So, and then how about your experience to like collecting the information, like interviewing? There's like barriers over there, or
About the experience on the field, I would
yes,
say
yes.
my best experience
Okay.
was before I came here.
All right.
It was covering the FIFA World Cup under 20 in Argentina
Ah, yeah.
with my project, with my media.
All right.
Then that was one of the goals.
Okay.
And I would say that goal, that networking, give me the chance to open the doors here in South Korea.
Okay.
But who was the process to arrive there?
All right.
I opened the doors with the Rugby International Federation, applying to the World Cup.
Yep.
Connected with, show them. I'm working with the football development. I would say sport media development.
Sport media development.
Sport media. I mean, bring so many sports, so many talented players, and show from my media to the people what is happening with this rugby, for example. Then I bring like a special journalist investigation about sport women in South America, like 11 histories in Colombia, sorry. Then after that, I start to talk with women from Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina. But the point is, you have to show the people what the other media don't show.
Oh.
Because why? Because if you analyze 10 minutes of news on news, you would see 8 minutes are football.
Yep.
1 minute maybe tennis or Formula One, and the other is like no traditional sports, and it's 20 seconds per sport. Then just it can be like a good athlete, but just 20 seconds on media, I think is not fair.
Yep.
Because they are so good,
so
good, and they need support. Then my project is connected with this kind of sport media development. Then from that point, I start to work on that, and it's about 3 years working on that, 4 years, and they gave me the chance to go to the FIFA under 20 World Cup.
Wow.
Yeah. Then that is my best experience as journalist. Before that, I've been working with the Colombian National Federation. Give me a lot of background.
Okay.
A lot of lessons. Yeah, because you arrive there and you are new.
Okay.
I mean, you have your diploma and everything, but you are new on the field. Then you need to go there, take care with the players.
Okay.
I would say nowadays, from the day, for example, 2 days ago, Colombia plays against Paraguay. Oh, 1 day ago.
The Copa America, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In that team, I met like 4 or 3 players when they are about 15 years or 16 years.
Oh.
They were so young at that moment. For me, it makes me happy.
Okay.
Because I follow this player, and you can just from that moment you can say, this guy plays well, but he's like a leader.
Oh.
Then if one player, doesn't matter the position, if this guy showed his leader, they took the ball and they just go like this in front, and not took the ball and try to don't give me the ball. That kind of players, I think, okay, this guy will be a successful player. And nowadays, one of them is playing in Italy. He is the back defender of Colombian national team.
Oh, okay.
Other is he's playing in Russia. He was on the bench.
All right.
Other is was one of the strikers, Rafael Santos Borré.
Okay.
I remember him when he is about 18. This guy was really, I mean, he's not so talented, but he is strong.
Oh,
the mindset is really strong.
All right.
And sometimes you need a good player, but with a mindset really strong. Then you can just work on the qualities of the player. Like
All right.
then that experience bring me a lot of knowledge really, yeah,
Until now, right?
until now. Yeah, and
Uh,
for me it's really interesting. So these players on the
uh,
field with the Colombian national team, the best,
okay.
and the performance nowadays is really good.
All right.
It's really good. Actually, one of them, he's not in the Copa America, but he's playing in Mexico,
Okay.
and nowadays he's considered the best goalkeeper of Mexico. And he's so young.
Wow.
He's 21 years or 22 years
Yeah. Sorry.
old. He's really, I mean, after this work and after this Copa America, maybe one of the goalkeepers will say, okay, this is my last tournament with the
Yeah,
Colombian
easily.
national team. And this guy will arrive there
Okay.
as second goalkeeper.
All right.
And I will say in 6 years, he will be the main goalkeeper.
And national team. Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing story, bro, because it takes time and then a long process as a journalist, and then you're into the national level, international level, which is not really that easy to achieve that level, right? And then I have last questions, Miguel. So as a sport journalist, and then you are involved into sport management program, right? So do you think like how sport journalism can contribute to sport management?
To the sport management,
Yes.
in the way of the sport media
Yes.
development.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
the way we can contribute,
okay.
show as a sport media development
All right.
how no traditional sport
Mhm.
can be achieve so many goals.
Ah,
Yeah. Then, for example, my career or my experience from here is not my objective. I would say is not like a football.
Okay.
I would say like a youth football. I would
Alright.
say like under 20,
More
under
specific.
18. The young people is my objective as media.
oh.
Then as media, we need to show the world, we need to show the people what we are doing with our young players.
Yep.
Because it's our future
Yes.
and apply in every country.
Yes.
Then you need to show, then that is my objective actually.
Mhm.
Show the people what is going on with the rugby, with cycling, when
Okay.
women's football, what is
Okay.
happening. Because in this sport is so different the age.
All right.
In football, when you are after 23, maybe you are considered old.
Oh yeah.
But in this, you can show the people what is going on with the. He's about 20 or 18, but what happened with the rugby?
Yes.
For example, in Colombia, in Indonesia, or
Yeah.
too many countries, the people don't know.
Yep.
Actually, in Korea, the people don't know. Maybe they have strong players, but they don't have scouting.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And maybe
Makes sense.
if South Korea put so many efforts, like happened with the Olympics and so,
Yes.
maybe in 6 years or 7 years, they can apply to be host of the Rugby World Cup and grow as Japan is going now.
Yeah.
Japan now is getting better in
Yes.
rugby.
Yes.
The last World Cup, they face a magnificent game against Pumas of Argentina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I think Japan and South Korea and these countries are like a good example
Mm.
how to rise a sport.
All right.
Then that is the point of media needs to appear there.
Ah.
If we have a lack of media,
Yep.
no players, no show, no television.
Yeah.
Okay, today is social media.
All
If
right.
you don't have media on social media,
Okay.
it's like a big gap.
We can agree.
Then nowadays, all the players needs like a social media account,
Yeah.
but supported by the national governing bodies.
Mhm.
Please ask them, teach them, show the people we are here,
Yeah.
and the media will support that
Yes.
because, of course, the big media just support audience. If the audience don't
Agree.
like badminton,
Yeah.
badminton will not appear.
Yeah.
But you have social media.
Yes.
You can use your media to show this is badminton. This is the number 2, and you know the number 2 is from Indonesia. It's an example.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Indonesia? Why? Yeah, the number 2.
Yes.
Really? Yes. And he's playing now here in South Korea one big World Cup. But why our media is not showing that?
Ah.
Because your media is just only football,
All right.
and your team of football is weak.
All right.
And in many countries happen that
Yeah.
just go to football. But we need, as journalists, we need to go beyond that.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, and try to switch
Mhm.
from football and, for example, NBA or other sports to open the gap and bring so many sports. Yeah, and if you bring many sports, you bring sponsorship. If you bring sponsorship, you bring a business, then sustainability and the process to make a profit
Yes.
with the business. Yeah.
Wow, it's a great opinion. Yeah, I do agree that as the sport management in terms of like sport management as a commons, so you need to incorporate sport media, sport journalism into like sport in other fields in various of field is more important because it's about the spreading the informations like
Exactly.
especially for this era you have social media, we have internet and everything, so it will be easier to get the information. And also don't forget the role of the journalist, sport journalist is also important, and we need to appreciate their roles as the journalists. Okay, Miguel, thank you very much for podcasting with me.
No, thank you for your invitation and this nice
Yes.
change of thinkings about the words.
All right. Okay, guys, thank you for your attention. This is Miguel Puentes Diaz from Colombia. See you next year.
Ciao.
Ciao.